You are the brightest spirit at the Funplex. And while we may not be blood, I'm happy to consider you part of my family.
Oh, Francine, I'm gonna cry! Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new here. My name is Death by Pony. Today we're hopping back into Arcade Spirit. So without further ado, let's hop in. Not at all. I'm just dedicated to you. The only person I care for. I just want to take it slowly. Have an open communication about what we're doing and not put a label on it. I have a seat by the waves as I put my thoughts together. Look at us. I look highly feminine, but that's fine. I think I get it. Everything is going to be the same. We're going to be at a slow pace, not going around saying so and so is my partner. Exactly. I've been hurt by too many people in the past, and right now, I don't want to fuck anything up. I'm going into a new experience with you. Pardon my ambiguity in the matter. This is just what feels right in the moment. I understand about being hurt in the past, and if this is what you need, I want to be the one by your side during this time. One quick other question. Shoot. If I'm not calling you my partner, what should I call you?
You may call me my queen, of course.
Of course! Tanvi throws her head back and laughs, breaking up the seriousness of the conversation. Something tells me she's only half joking and half being serious, and I can't help but laugh along too.
Seriously, whatever feels comfortable. The person I spend my time with romantically, physically, and emotionally works. We can reevaluate things as they continue to grow, and as we continue to change.
Tanvi smiles warmly at me, and I smile back. She's so brave to talk openly about her feelings. It makes me appreciate this moment even more.
Now, where were we before I interrupted our carnal conversation with words?
I rest my hand on Tanvi's cheek and kiss her gently. Right here. She leans into me, kissing back, and the tension beginning to mount again, as we spend the rest of the night entangled in each other's arms. Wild. So can we just assume for a moment that we go back to her room and they have a night together in the most carnal of ways? And that's how Queen Bee and I found each other. I'd call our lunchtime party the high water mark, one perfect moment in time. But I was wrong. This was it. And in the difficult weeks ahead, I'd cling to that high water mark in hopes the waves would roll my way again. Level 5 of Arcade Spirit complete. So far, you've scored 18,550 points. You're winning friends and influence on people. Oh, and pizza fact time. 3 of the top 10 week of pizza consumption occur in January. More pizza is consumed during the big game week than any other week of the year. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 6? Of course! I always save. But I also think there's only 6 levels to the game, which makes me sad because I'm really enjoying this. And I know as soon as I'm done with this, we're hopping into the next game because they released Arcade Spirits, the new challengers, and I got it. And I wanted to firstly take a step back into this game and, okay, I'm checking and it's 8 chapters. Anyway, but I wanted to take a step back and really just take a moment to, like, go back into this game because I loved it so much. I played it during COVID, during, like, when everybody was stuck at home and everything, and I couldn't see anybody, and I wasn't dating my boyfriend at the time, so I just felt very alone. So it had a special place in my heart, and I really wanted to return to it and play it just one more time before I hopped into the new game. Level 6. Hit the lever. It's the future year 20XX, and my dream has come true. Okay, let's be honest. If you asked me 2 months ago if my dream involved being the event coordinator at a video arcade, I'd have stared at you kind of funny. Even now, it sounds ridiculous, but it's true. I'm here, I'm successful, I'm happy. And this is my dream. Ever since Avalanche, business has been booming. Funplex is packed with players day in, day out. Kids, teens, college, crowd, the nostalgic ones looking for old games they remember. Even I've run 3 events so far. We started rotating our games out of storage and into play to keep things fresh, and high scoreboards are constantly shifting. In fact, things are going so well, Gavin hinted that maybe we should start looking into a second location. But this will always be home. Seeing the smiles on coworkers and gamers alike, watching my friends play and laugh and play in good spirits, that's working for me, and it's bringing me joy in turn. I won't argue why, in fact, I barely understood why. I'm happy, and that's better than I've been in years of going with the flow. Going with the flow never brought me this much enjoyment. I'd say by this point, I've soundly broken the family curse. Maybe everything doesn't have to fall apart from under me. Maybe I can just be happy. Maybe this is where I'm meant to be. Sign here, please. Huh? A bicycle messenger nudges a slim envelope my way, again trying to catch my attention. I snapped out of my happy little trance immediately. Right, no problem. After jotting down my signature, he dropped off the envelope and headed right on out the door. No time for Moopy or around a pinball, it seems. Liveries to make. Curiously, I opened it up. Ashlinger, you are cordially invited to dine and discuss business matters at Deko's Palace with Dekonami. The CEO of Dekonami. Meeting time will be 7 in the evening sharp. You may bring a guest of your choosing. Free royal value swipe card available for your enjoyment of games prior to meeting. What? I read through it a few more times trying to parse all the curly cues, swirls, and swooshes, although that doesn't clear my confusion on the whole matter. Soon Francine looks up from her knitting, curious about the letter as well, although she seems to already have an idea of what it says. I suppose it's about that time, isn't it? Huh?
Oh, dear.
Time for that fellow to make another attempt at wooing me. Double, huh? Rather at wooing my beloved Funplex. Let me guess, Tokonami of Deko's Palace sent you a fancy invitation with all sorts of fancy writing. That's accurate, yes? It's not the first time. He invited my dear Frederick and I over in 1980X to talk about selling the Funplex, and we turned him down flat. Then in 1990X, when home game consoles were poised to take back the arcade crowd, he suggested we sell. We turned him down. Now it's 20XX, and he's at it again. A gentleman wouldn't know when to quit, but he's got a tendency, and can't fault him for that. Bless me. Why would a big-time arcade operator like Dekonami care that much about us? We're small-time. Uh-oh, no offense. Come now. If anyone should be offended, it's you, calling yourself a small-time. Ashir, you put so much work to make my little arcade soar. I bet that's why he's knocking on our door again. We're thriving, and that's lured him back in. Like, guru cheese in a mousetrap. So what are we, the cheese or the trap?
My, oh my.
That depends on how clever you are, my dear. Right, so I'm the cheese, although I prefer to be a nice mozzarella. Cheese type aside, do you want me to ignore the invite then? Oh, heavens no. Contrary to what people say about the fellow, he's very much a man of his word. I always accept his invitation, always hear him out. It's only fair and proper. I thought he was like the arcade scene's greatest evildoer.
Let's be sensible.
That's a bit grandiose, no? Certainly plenty of rumors of his questionable methods abound, but that's all they are, rumors. Politeness should be met with politeness. That is how you conduct proper business, and that's what the Funplex is all about. Francine moves to rise from her seat near the ticket desk, but pauses, leaning heavily onto the glass countertop, looking strained. I move to help, but she waves me away and sits back down. Oh, don't worry about little old me. I just stood up too quickly. That's all. Just out of breath. But Ash, I think it'd be best if you go in my stead. Me? let's be serious now. These old bones aren't spry as they once were, and I think you'd have a good time there. Well, an interesting time at any rate. I'll look my dapperest for the villainous gentleman. You can count on me. I'll represent the Funplex. Shouldn't Gavin go? He outranks me. I'll look my dapperest. And I shall don my Sunday's best to meet the mustache-twirling ruffian of the arcade legend with pride. Ha! It's not that upscale, dear. No matter what glitz Dekonami favors, they still sell cheap beer and by the pitcher and rarely scrape gum from under the tables. So, go there and turn him down? Got it. The slowness of her poise is a bit concerning. I trust you to make the right decision for everyone. Which is to not sell the Funplex, right?
I don't feel that's my call to make anymore, dear. Maybe you haven't noticed, but I spend most of my time at home these days. Or napping. Or napping at home. The Funplex isn't really about me. Not anymore. It's so much more than Francine's Arcade Funplex now. It's about you. It's about your co-workers. It's about all our regulars. You've made me realize that. And I'm thankful.
Oh, Francine! This is your dream as well as mine. Your kingdom is mine to rule. But seriously, I wasn't trying to take over your home. This is your dream as well as mine. You're the one that started this place, Francine. You had a dream of a place where people can have fun, relax, and make friends. I feel like even entertaining the idea of selling it is, well, it feels wrong, disrespectful to you and your dream. Oh, you're a peach, dear. But times are always changing, and I'm an old fuddy-duddy stuck in her ways. Maybe the time has come to change how the Funplex does things. We're almost back in the heyday of 1980s thanks to the changes you made, so I won't say you can't decide to sell if it's a change you think we need to do it. Please keep an open mind. Francine sighs deeply, looking more tired than usual. It's only afternoon. I'm already worn out. Haven't even done anything but sit here and knit all day. Knitting takes a lot of concentration. That's not nothing if you're feeling pooped. You could take a few days off, go home, get some rest. All the same, I'd rather come in for work tomorrow, even if there's little work for me to do. I love being here. This is my true home. And yet you want me to keep an open mind about this deal?
Like I've told you, life can be a difficult series of trade-offs. What I want and what should be are often different things. I'm relying on you to do right by everyone I love. If selling is in their best interest to keep this dream going, so be it. No matter what you decide. I'm proud of you. I knew there was something special about you when I hired you to replace my grandson.
Aw, Francine!
You are the brightest spirit at the Funplex. And while we may not be blood, I'm happy to consider you part of my family.
Oh, Francine, I'm gonna cry! Sit here getting all teary-eyed. I know she's not a real person, but if somebody said that to you after working there, you would cry too. You're the grandma I never had, Francine. Francine, you have my sincere thanks. Does that mean I can borrow the car, Mom? I'll defend the Funplex with my life. Wouldn't your real family object to that? You're the grandma I never had. I never knew my grandmother, either of them. They died when I was really young. I feel like you filled that role. You've become the grandmother I never had, Miss Francine. Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome home, Ash. You're always welcome to be here. With another deep sigh, Francine eases herself out of her chair. Now, I think I'll take your suggestion. Head on home for home. Well, for today anyway. I'll be here bright and early in the morning to hear how things went with Mr. Nami. I know you'll make the right decision. Good night, Ash. Be well. Make the right decision, okay? Nope, still not keen to sell my dream. I'll try to leave my options open and hear him out. Arcades can't stagnate. Maybe change is inevitable. Nope. I just can't see it. If we sell out, well, I tried so hard. I've gone so far, and in the end, it doesn't even matter. That's what old Ash would have said. Everything's going to collapse in on itself, so I get emotionally invested. But new Ash grabs onto what he wants with both hands and does not let go. If Francine wants me to hear him out, okay, but I seriously doubt this will change my mind. Now, who do I want to take as my +1? Ash. You want to come as my date? I'm your girl Friday, but I'm afraid you're not my type. My type being USB compatible, of course. I sense you were in a state of deep ponderance and I wanted to help. You're thinking of who to take to the meeting. Yeah, I mean, Queen Bee is the obvious choice. I'm sure she'd have some opinions on Deco Palace. True, as part of the Funplex family, Queen Bee would be a good pick, but this is a business meeting. You may want to consider widening your options. Queen Bee will support your decision either way. It's clear she trusts you. Okay, true, okay, then. Let's hear Gavin. He does the business in a business-like way. Naomi, she can assess the quality of the games. Ashley, she's got a good eye for local culture. Queen Bee, she knows the gamer scene. Percy, he knows business and gaming in equal amounts. Theo, he understands arcade social communities. I think I should take Queen Bee, Percy, or Gavin. But I'm a little torn between who I should take. Because obviously, we're going for Queen Bee, but I don't know if she would keep a calm head in the situation. Gavin, I feel like he would be too quick to sell if he was offered too good of a deal. And Percy, I think he might be the person we take for this one. But I feel like he's going to be a little bit more on the businessy side. We're taking Queen Bee. I feel like she's just... I know what she's going to give me. I don't really know Gavin very well, and I don't know... I just said his name. You know who I mean, but he doesn't... I don't know him very well either. Tanvi's just devastated her last opponent. That seems like a great time to interject and wave her over. Hey Ash, did you see that victory just now? My skills have doubled since my newest training routine with the rest of the 4 Heavenly Kings. I'm nigh unstoppable. That you are, which is why I want your opinion on something. She smiles playfully, leaning closer to me, walking her finger up my arm. Oh, I'll be sure to tell you my opinions on everything. She gently squeezes my shoulder. Yes, well, I definitely want those opinions later. But for now, it's all business, I'm afraid. Fine, have it your way, Ash. I know you're not exactly an employee of the Funplex, but Dekonami wants to meet with me to discuss a business venture. Hopefully a mutually beneficial one, but... Hey, you honestly think that guy's going to play nice? He's got a horrible reputation among the local esports crowd. The incidents I could tell you about. The tournaments he puts on are full of toxic players, and they don't enforce the rules to condemn it, or stop it, or anything. They just let it all happen. I've had to hold myself back from starting brawls at misogynistic hecklers and rude players. Half of the time, it's not even worth it, even if the prize pool is double or triple anything we could get here. Well, thank you for having such confidence in me. So you're anti-Deco Palace? Got it. More or less, yeah. Regardless, I'd like you to come along with me. I know you'll tell me how it is straight up, no sugarcoating. Oh, you know it, Ash. I've got something of a bone to pick with that place, but more on that later. You'll see the problems for yourself, no doubt, and I'll be straight with you for certain. It means a lot knowing that Tanvi's got my back. I'll pack up my streaming gear, freshen up a little, and be with you in a hot minute. Don't make a big deal of this. Don't make a big deal of this. Don't make a big deal of this. We go there, we snicker how awful the place is, tell Deco to shove it, and go home. Everything back to the way it should be. It's going to be fine. Everything is fine. Queen Bee offers to drive us across town to Deco's place. Contrary to the talk before, we don't exchange many words. I'm in deep thought running through all the possibilities of what could happen, and I can't shake this feeling. Something is off. Even looking at the glowing neon temple in the distance, my stomach knots and feels uneasy. When we finally pull up, a valet takes the car, and glitzy blinking lights blind our eyes. Hesitantly, I look over to Queen Bee, smiling and reassuring me enough to continue onward. This is me for my friends, the Funplex. I got this. I pause momentarily, inhaling the cool air around me. And then I open the door. Deco Palace. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, remember to hit like. That way I know you're enjoying the videos I'm making. Remember to subscribe. That way YouTube brings you back here to see what's next, and I won't take up any more of your time. Good day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.